Oh my God, you guys, I have the funniest badminton story. It's like stupid and it's a little bit ridiculous and it like belongs in some like wacky badminton comedy, but it's actually my life. So you saw in my last video that I went to a badminton competition that I didn't play in. I wanted my shirt, and I was also friends with a lot of people that were there. It was great to see them, had a lot of fun. And I also met a guy who teaches in my department at the same school that I work at. And my school has a lot of badminton competitions for teachers, but you usually have to play with your department. And I don't really know many of the teachers in my department, so I've never played. But I met this guy. He introduced me to the captain of my department at school. Got in touch with him. He said, you know, next time we have a competition, you're in. Meanwhile, my friend at that competition, Bai Laoshu, who won first place, she contacted me a few days later. She said there was another local, like my district's team competition, and they needed another woman player. Would I be interested in joining their team? Of course, I said yes, and she gave me some guy's WeChat, and we talked, and I said, oh, you know, you want me to play mixed doubles? When is it? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, you know, we play next week. We're going to play Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hope you can join us so we can, you know, get some practice in before the competition on the weekend, on Saturday. I said, yeah, great, no problem. And then a few days go by, and I get contacted by the captain of my department team. And he's got a little name list because the team competition is 2 men's doubles and 1 mixed doubles. So there are at least 6 people on the team, 5 guys, 1 woman. But I notice on the name list, I'm signed up to play with men's doubles. And I'm like, wait, do they think I'm a guy? I actually hadn't met any of them. My Chinese name is a feminine name, and like my profile picture is an actual picture of me, but it's me playing badminton, and people use pictures of like dogs and cartoons and other famous people and just their idols and stuff. And so like I've been accused in the past of having a fake picture. Someone thought I was like Chinese, but I had a foreigner's picture. So I'm like, oh my God, they think I'm a guy. Like, what do I do about this? So I don't know what to do. I don't know how to react. I tell Aja about it, and I actually told my coach too, and my coach just laughed. Because, you know, this is happening all in Chinese. I'm a stranger. They don't know my personality. And I gotta be like, yo, I'm a woman. A couple hours later, very shy, I wrote directly to the captain. I didn't write in the group chat. And I just like sent the name list with my name circled under men's doubles. And I just wrote, I'm not a man. And I sent the little giggly emoji so he would see that I wasn't mad or anything. But just like, I think you misunderstood something. He wrote back almost right away. He said, no, I know, but we don't have enough men's players. And the other woman on our team, you haven't met, but she's seen you play. And she says you're better. So you're the stronger woman to go on to the men's doubles team because we don't have enough players. I'm like, okay, phew. But as I'm talking directly to the captain, I'm looking at our chat history because I could have sworn he said mixed doubles. So I was really confused, and our chat history was actually very short, and it only had like a nice to meet you, you know, I work in your department, I'm the team captain, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I could have sworn we talked about this before, and I was confused, but something distracted me, and I forgot about it for a while. Now, if you can kind of tell, I have a cold right now, and this was like 2 days ago when I had the same cold. And at night, I like took some cold medicine, some nighttime cold medicine that totally passes you out and makes you sleep like a baby. As I'm slowly passing out in that hazy moment, I'm thinking, I definitely talked about mixed doubles, and I definitely remember how the guy said, last year they had won 3rd place, and he said, this year we'll get even higher because of you, which was, you know, just kind flattery to a stranger. But I didn't notice that in the captain's chat. So I was thinking, and I kind of like pulled myself up and I checked my phone, and I realized it was 2 different people that I had talked to. So I kind of like passed out under this like flu medicine haze, thinking I had signed up in 2 teams for the same competition. And then I had lots of weird dreams. So in the morning I woke up, I told Aja the whole thing. I showed him my chat histories because, you know, this is all happening in Chinese and I don't translate the chats. So I know I could have like maybe missed some subtlety. You know, I don't understand every single word. I just get the general idea. And unlike me, he actually opened the Word document that the department captain had sent about our competition. And he noticed the dates were different. It's 2 different competitions, one this weekend and one the following Tuesday and Wednesday. One is a school competition where you have to play with your department, and the other is the neighborhood competition. And so, phew, I was saved. I didn't have to disappoint anyone, and I could play on both teams at both competitions. Of course, I do have a cold. This is happening right now, and that sucks, but very relieved I wouldn't have to try to talk my way out of that one. So, meanwhile, I contact the first guy. He said Monday, Wednesday, Friday they play. Wednesday I can't, Friday I gotta rest before Saturday gameplay. So I said, today's Monday, I'll go play with you. He's like, great, we're playing from 4 to 8. And he said, your strength is really good. I know your strength is really good. You can play for 4 hours. And I said, I have a cold. I'll play for 2 hours. I was like, what's better, like 5 to 7, 4 to 6? And he's like, it's up to you. I'll get there before 4. So I said, okay, I'll come at 4. I'll play 4 to 6. Thank God I said that, because not even an hour later, the other team contacts me. They're having a team practice from 4 to 6 in the same badminton place. They're both in my school. It's the nice courts. I'll show you in a minute. They're both playing. They're playing on different courts though. So I feel like I'm going to walk in. It's going to be like cheers and I'm Norm. And everyone's going to walk in and be like, Norm. And I'm going to be like, hi. I'm sure I'll recognize a lot of faces from competitions and just playing badminton. But like, I don't know who's my mixed doubles partner for the weekend competition. Who is my men's doubles partner for next week's competition, and a woman on next week's teacher competition. She wants to play women's doubles with me. So I've got to practice with 3 partners for 3 different competitions right now. And I'm heading to the gym right now. So join me. Let's see what a cluster this is. Hello. Lila. Hi. Hello. Okay, good news. I recognize a lot of them. I don't know who's my partner, but I recognize them. That's good.
So that stranger that said hi to me as soon as I walked in, I assumed he was my partner, and he called me out to play, and we started playing together. And it turns out, spoiler alert, he was not my partner, but nobody told me this, and it made for really awkward moments in the competition itself. But we started playing together, and honestly, I could tell right away he was not a mixed doubles player. He clearly preferred men's doubles, and he, was a very nice guy, but not super high level. And I realized very quickly that we were like not compatible players, and I didn't have a lot of hope for our competition when we would actually do it. At some point while we were playing, I took a little break and got some water, and then this woman came up to me and she was like, hey, I'm on your school team, and we're playing over at the other courts. So after I played with these guys, I went to the other courts, the ones in the far back, you can see, and I started playing with the other guys. Again, nobody told me who my men's partner was. I was just kind of relying on other people to hook me up with my partner. Point was to practice for the upcoming competitions, but like I had no idea what was going on, and I didn't even know who was on my team. And I thought the person I was playing with was on my team, and I thought it was going to be my men's doubles partner. And then we talked for a minute, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm a doctor. And I was like, oh, so you're not on my team? You're not my department? And he was like, yeah, no, not your department. We're just playing together. And I was like, oh man, like, who am I playing with in this competition? What's going on?
So I just went across the way. Over there is where the my university team is playing. Excuse me. It's all new people that I just met. The level's definitely lower than my weekend team, so I came back to this side to try to play with my weekend team. Obviously, I'm pretty tired. At this point, it's been an hour and a half since I've been playing. But look at all the teachers. These are all just teachers at my university. This is all paid for by the university. I think they even get a stipend for the shuttles, so they provide the shuttles. Whoever, like, you know, is in charge of this provides the shuttles, so totally free. Totally awesome. And there's 6 courts, and there's, you know, 10 plus people waiting, so super packed.
So then I just gave up. I figured if someone wanted to play with me, they'd play with me. And this guy, he's really nice. I've known him for a long time, and he wanted to play with me, and we were not on any similar team on any competition, but we had a good time playing, and I decided, you know, whoever can call me to play, I am happy to practice, but I can't figure out who is my team on the weekend and who is my weekday team. The fundamental problem being both teams were made up of teachers from my university, but different teachers, so I had no idea who was who.
One interesting thing that I don't understand and I'm not playing with is, while this is just a fun badminton group, it is coworkers. And China does have a pretty strict hierarchy. So, you know, like, you treat the people higher than you with a level of respect, you know, if they deserve it or not. Their title outdoes your title, you treat them with respect. And the woman playing there across the way, she's a dean, so she's probably the highest level teacher or, you know, administrator in this arena right now. Most people are teachers, and she's the dean. So I wonder if people are kind of deferring to her. I remember once a student of mine actually came to my coach's court, and she's a good player and she plays often, and she has to play against me for fun, and then she, like, psychologically couldn't handle it. And I heard her speaking Chinese. She doesn't know that I can speak Chinese, so she didn't know I could understand her, so she was speaking loudly, and she said, I can't beat my teacher, like, I'll get in trouble, you know? And obviously I'm not gonna hold it against her, but, like, that's kind of the, you know, Confucius thinking, right? Is respect to your teachers, and then respect to your leaders, and respect to your parents. And so I wonder if I don't have it because I'm so outside that system as a foreign teacher, and I don't even know what she's a dean of. She's not a dean of my department. So it is interesting knowing the bit of Chinese culture that I do know. I'm curious what's going on with other players. It's been 3 hours, finally going home. See, this is like why I shouldn't play badminton, like, when I'm sick, or like when I know I shouldn't, because I swore I'd play like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that was it. And now it's 3 hours later, and I'm probably way more exhausted with my cold than I should be. But hey, it was actually really, really fun. So fun. Tonight was so fun. Sorry Aj couldn't be there, but I played while he was still at work. So, yeah, that's it. So, next up, competition with that guy. We're definitely gonna lose. See you guys next time on the competition field.